Right one. Taking a peek at my wares yet?
Seems that medic...
Everyone to me! To me! What can I get? I've never seen from apples.
Right, please. Follow me.
I'm out. We're not leaving by the hour. To support the war.
You know how to disavow them.
I'm looking...
Wait.
You're looking for me, and
Yeah, to see if you're still alive.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine.
Wait,
We've nothing more to talk about.
got it.
I have...
Finding you and your
Shame he never showed such
He made a mistake and knows that.
Oh, wonderful. I'll bear that in mind.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, and the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he... That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally, we'd had enough, Mum and me.
Wojtek said some monster carried off your mother.
That is what happened. It was enormous, twice the size of a bear, but much quicker and more agile. It grabbed Mum before we could react. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Your mother's in Crookback Bog. Seems quite happy, actually. Though I think she's not quite right in the head.
What? She lives! I must go there at once and get her out!
Wouldn't recommend venturing into the swamp.
I've made my decision. Won't let anyone talk me out of it.
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience.
Hope you know what you're getting in.
I've never been more certain.
In that case,
Thank you for respecting my
You're a witch hunter. Spicy, eh? He's whipped like an Novigrad whore.
You surprised? They tried to dance with Witcher. Not one of the Baron's men, are you?
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad.
Lifeless, move it! Hey, Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
what do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. What?
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free. This the Pella...
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse. The Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
Won't ever forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Looters, horse and all.
Witcher, a word, please. Believe we've not had the pleasure. They call me the Sergeant. Left over from my army days, you understand. When me and Philip, meaning the Baron, served under a Temerian banner. Wanted to ask you about something.
What is it?
That night, when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside.
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting.
drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't... Little prick.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so contented. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise. I'll never know which blooms would please myself.
She brought death down on others. The sooner you start thinking...
Can't deny that.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad.
No, not now. Should have acted earlier. In this hole, this reesty mire, nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She all right?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at...
I saw her. We talked.
When will she come home?
And that she's not coming back.
She's not to return. But I've prepared all for her. Her rooms await.
She's not coming back, period. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to return to a home like this either.
Ah, horse bugger you blind! I know what you think already. You've no need to repeat it. I've not been a good father, I know, but... perhaps it's not too late.
Can always try. Wouldn't count on succeeding, though.
I've nothing to lose. Very well. You were to find them, but...
We'll talk about her, don't worry. But right now, you'll tell me about Ciri, just like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Aye, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads, as I recall.
They made an exception for me.
Right. Mean to say you're a she-witcher?
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold. Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak. The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever, first one to the tower.
Man's up!
Come on, Siri, don't you embarrass us!
Your sword is mine!
That'll be the day.
Kick it!
Show how it's done!
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you!
What?
Another chance to win.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she...
You were to bring her back, not rip...
I was supposed to find her, and I...
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then. I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. Understand, damn it! One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, but it...
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things, too. Found a letter. She felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname. Makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home...
Your wife is with the Crones, as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What Crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
Oh, I've heard folk speak of them. How on earth did she land there?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast...
A beast? Bloody hell.
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So...
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though.
Content? What is this?
She made a pact with the Crow...
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child. A child she didn't want to bear. Went to the Crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the Crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her. Then they placed magic tethers on her. Tethers that cause great pain when tested.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jack.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place.
I'll not sit on my ass waiting for them to return her.
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now, what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth!
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me? I shall never forget it.
I certainly hope not. It's brought me no small trouble.
Meaning?
I must flee. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then who knows where.
She mounted and rode off. It grew up.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in...
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into this...
I heard you. Which is why I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you. But go with...
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
There you are. Escaped again. Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast. But he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a...
Funny story?
I went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed a horse and asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe on.
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
Yes, my lord.
Why the devil are there witch hunters here to start with? They didn't ride from Novigrad to hang two blob tits, did they?
I don't know, my lord.
They say where they were headed?
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. Can't draw any meaning from this rabble's bawling. Perhaps they talk some sense after a few lashes. Well, spit it out. Where'd they go?
To the village in the swamp, my lord. Lass rode with him, asking after her mother, Constant.
Lass? We must go there at once, Geralt.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. With the swamp to cross and our cursed crowns to hunt down.
Whoa!
Ploughing swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants.
Seen that many all at once in a while.
We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deeper in?
That fair talking? Through you? Brawny bird?
Who? Me? Fear? Not on your life. All right, boys, let's move on. At pace, show these horrors who's in charge.
That's had too much hooch turns into that. So next time you think to give a woman booze, don't. Better off drinking it down yourself.
Did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire protects me.
Won't need to protect you from me.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her.
Your father, he wants to find his wife, your mother. Really?
He pay you much to be his yes man.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father, and I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
Over here!
Oi! Get back, stinky head. Gingerbread loaf, freshly baked and hot.
Mother.
There. Clean as a whistle. Fresh as a daisy. Go on. Whip me. I made it too little. I nibbled it, but just to see if it's firm. But it's fresh. So take pity.
Oh, Mother.
Take pity. But I pleaded. I begged.
Mother. It's me. Do you recognize me? What's happened to her?
I said I'd do it all. Give it here. I'll scrub it again. Scrub it clean.
Mother!
Something's coming. Get ready.
What was that?
Wolves? Perhaps.
Didn't sound like wolves.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
They come. They shall be here soon.
Two crackers!
The messy, the sinews, the fat, delicious. You'll spoil our feast. Boy, a fine lake. The messy, the sinews, the fat, delicious.
What was that?
Looked a fiend to me.
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close. Sent the beast for Anna.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her. Are they not satisfied? Enough! I'm taking her away.
She's my wife. She'll return home with me. You're welcome to come with us if you wish.
Don't touch her. We leave this cursed place now.
She's sick, weakened. Where would you take her in this state? Oxenfurt? It would mean her death.
I know how to care for my mother.
She's not a rag doll to be ripped from hand to hand. Let her decide.
Pie. Pie for dinner. Mud pie.
She's incapable of deciding anything just now.
A dark spell, it must be. Help her, Witcher. I beg you.
This is no dark spell, I'm afraid.
Well, what is it then?
She's been through a lot. Lost a child, was carried off by a fiend, lived in the Crone's village taking care of children who are now gone. It's left its mark, as it would on anyone.
So it's hopeless. You can't help her. She's to be like this.
I'm sorry.
I know a hermit. A very wise man with a gift for healing. Met him some time past. Lives in the Blue Mountains. I shall take her there.
Might be worth a shot.
I shall go with you.
That's impossible, sadly.
Why?
You have duties. Duties deriving from your commitment to the Church of the Eternal Fire. Once we finish our work in Velen, we return to Oxenfurt.
You said you'd save my mother.
And I kept my word. Your father can care for her now.
He care? You know him. You know what he did to her.
He swears to be a changed man. And in his eyes I see true sorrow. Remorse for his sins. He will care for her. And you've a new life and new duties. To the Eternal Fire.
Fear not. All will be well. I will not touch drink. I will find the hermit. And once she is herself again, we will find you.
Swear it.
You have my word, child.
Witchers were made to kill monsters. It doesn't matter who posted the notice. The coin has to be right. That's all. Witchers don't debate. Their conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect witchers to save them from themselves.
Thank you, Witcher. Despite all.
May the Eternal Fire guide and protect you.
Farewell.
You were right to let your father take her.
I'm not so sure.
Nothing more. Nor could the Witcher, if she can find it. Only a learned sage will know how.
Perhaps you're right.
drinking custom, you'll see right away the best deals this side of the pond.
Sure, it's like a witch. Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
Hear that?
2.
Ooh, looky. Thinks he can scare us off.
3.
No, don't. No more, please.
Where's the sorceress who lived here?
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down. All mages are fair game.
Yeah, they round them up like rats.
Someone's got to know more.
I'd look for her in the Putrid Grove.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumour has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities.
You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly, though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief and follow him. Beggars and thieves gotta pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars have a king? Crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
And watch yourself. Menger himself don't even go to the grove.
Someone called for me. Wonder why.
It's Menger.
Temple Guard.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property.
Well, sorcerer...
But by law, the temple guard takes... You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
What's your point?
I ask the questions, Witcher. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them, Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now, but just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake is inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it, and when I do, it'll be standard procedure, like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, deepest apologies, Governor.
Fetch some metal, you wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
The eternal fire.
You've seen the new waitresses. Red My, what a freak.
Ooh.
You touched it, you bought it.
Help me.
Good! Pickpocket!
Come on, avoid dying.
Stupid rubbish shan't survive for long.
Yeah, mate.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Let's resolve matters quickly and leave.
Arms for the poor.
Holy moly, you're a
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh? My mum's sick, and if I don't feed her, well, she's like to die of hunger.
Here.
And you gold-hearted man. Care to hear me tell a woe?
Some other time. I'm in a hurry.
Help the poor fellow out.
I've heard of you.
In springtime, the roads wet with rain, sun bright and warm in our hearts.
That ain't real fire. Nuh-uh. It is.
Ain't it a kingfisher? You take pity on me, misery, good folk, and aid a man crippled by misfortune.
Word is, nothing's free in Novigrad.
Oh, another one come bursting with questions. Now, where'd you folk gain the idea we beggars know everything? I need to see this, and I need to find that one who robbed me brother. Fuck if I know.
There's this place in Novigrad they call the Putrid Grove.
Aye, it's about right. Well, Novigrad's full of nooks and crannies with odd names. Looking to sightsee, buy a bloody map.
Heard men like you frequent this alley.
And I've heard they fed you all shit and you smiled and ate it. Now, don't mean no offence. Go in peace. Wobbly. Need some overripe sheep's feet. Witch!
I believe I ate some
Eternal fire protects us. These monsters the shits.
Duty horse.
Arms for the poor.
You lame?
No chance. Both legs in perfect order. And me arms, look, like a windmill's wings. There. See me waving them? Looky here. Just look. My mind, thorough addled.
Been like this long? Addled?
Since me mother birthed me. Here's where it's addled. There. Showing you with me finger. See that? Me indicating.
I gotta find the place they call the Putrid Grove.
I know it but won't say. I know it but won't say.
Why not?
Not allowed to say. I would tell you though, if you didn't push, weren't so insistent. If you like, come again. Might tell you then.
Guess your mind truly is addled.
Didn't I say so?
Aid a veteran of the struggle against the Black once.
Where'd you fight?
Angrin early on. In Sedaris last, along the banks of the Pontar. So, help me out?
Here. Now you help me. Gotta find the back alley locals call the Putrid Grove. It's important.
Don't know naught about no grove, putrid or other.
This is urgent.
Leave me be, I don't know.
As he ascended the stairs, with any luck he'd trip and smash his mark.
Mug like that won't get you a look kindly on a wretched soul. Aid one who last saw nourishment 3 days past.
All right. Give you a crown.
Crown's enough, my lord, when your gut's so empty it's stuck flat to your spine.
Could give you more, on one condition. You tell me where you drop your takings for the day.
I'd drop them with me lady. Serious trouble if I didn't.
I think you take them to the Putrid Grove.
Far as I'm concerned, the king of beggars can stick his crown up his arse, then shove it even deeper with his sceptre. Bugger won't get a broken copper from me.
You're either pretty damn brave, or just plain stupid.
What's he gonna do? Break me legs? Let him. Me taking's double as a cripple.
From what I hear, they'd break your legs just to start.
Some coin for me future widow, then.
There. Now tell me where the Putrid Grove is. It's the least you could do.
I don't know. And believe you me, I don't want to know. God protect. Help a poor bloke out.
Let us pray to the eternal fire, that it may grant our supplications.
Eternal fire. Hear
our
prayer.
Whichever.
Lollygagging.
I'm knackered.
I's a war veteran. Spare me a crown.
Well.
What can I do?
I had to sail back to Port.
Got my eye on you, white one.
Spend all night spanking whores? So tired
Why
you'll
buy
positively...
tomorrow what you can buy today?
Any needs, master?
Boars. Boars everywhere.
Hey now!
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the...
Gonna be sick.
A witcher? Oh!
Help a poor fellow out.
I'll buy tomorrow what you today. Any needs, master?
Spend all night spacking.
You seen the new witches? And how? Buxom lasses from the lands already taken by Nilfgaard.
Must need someone to show them around notice.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
You read my mind.
Whoa! Oh!
Lay me there with a barrel of beer and a cup in my right hand.
Why buy
And
tomorrow
over
what you can buy today?
What a freak.
Any needs, master?
I haven't the strength for anything.
Why buy tomorrow what you can buy today?
How is business?
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Sick of it. Heard of you.
Strike the gaze, oh so fierce.
I've heard
Mock
of
a
you.
witcher just once and
True
you're
peace
gone.
will already
Arms for the poor.
economically.
Tất nhiên số này tiền
That's my here. Teeth like
ra ngoài
full bellows, begging to be squeezed.
áo nào rồi không mang đấy để có đây vậy không như giá trị mấy ví dụ tại sao nó
It's all I ask for.
chúng ta cho tiền bây giờ có hàng mài đó nó chỉ đồ mà ở trên nó không chỉ đâu thì cho 5 đồng giờ nó chỉ là giờ cho nó đi theo này có hàng đi rồi sẽ đi học cái hai này 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 đó có tiền kỹ có gì này cắm rồi cái này chậm rồi dương tí ô man này
Hey, pretty boy. What do I gotta do to get a lovely palate like yours?
cái áo này nhiều chưa một phải
Oh, Temple Guard, let even you into the city.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Look for your kind beyond.
We can go and get here.
ở trên cây
Officer, taking a rest from this chanting. Greetings, Your Honour. Good to see you again.
Bring us the usual.
Of course. Keep this up, Gillen.
Open up. Who are you and what you want?
cái đồ khác nữa hả bơi ngoài rồi
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer, methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it. Got to contribute to the Grave's upkeep.
Don't know the password.
Pay up then.
Catch.
You may enter. Oh, right after you leave me your weapons. They'll be safe in my locker.
Not in the habit of parting with my swords.
In that case, we must part. Sod off now.
Open up.
Oh, my old friend here. Oh, right after you leave me your weapons. They'll be safe in my locker.
Fine. Make sure you don't lose them.
No worries. Be waiting for you once you're done with the king.
Watch where you're walking.
Picked him as rain.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're sitting ducks for the temple guard. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
Hey, Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know each other well. I was curious whether you managed to find me, Witcher.
Am I mistaken, or you got something to take up with me?
Who knows? Man with two swords and the skill to use them could be very useful these days.
Could have sent some underling to fetch me.
Could have, but I admit I wanted to see how you'd manage. See if you're as crafty as you are well crafted. See, Witcher, I've got plans, big plans, far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City council is a puppet troupe with the hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, the semblance of power.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city farting around about the hallowed essence.
Apparently not.
Any crowd of rabble they call this place the Putrid Grove, but it's a rest of no. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to.
Yours, Lurk.
Yeah, mine. But that's a tale for another. For now, I'll leave you two alone, because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along. What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Marigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Marigold parted with someone very dear to her and had to start anew. Hasn't turned out like I imagined. Come on, let me give you a taste of my life.
I'm a rotten randy dandy. The ladies find me handy.
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon. Nice to hear a few kind words, but my friend needs his weapons.
Course, I got 'em. Said I'd have 'em, give 'em back. So I'm giving 'em back. Here's your junk.
Thanks.
You watch out for yourself, miss. Novigrad's not what it used to be. Not a city for you.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her. Here. No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more?
He's got swords in his back and never picks his teeth with an axe. Barbarians.
Hello, Klug. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say. I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy and...
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
Well, some causes require a sacrifice.
Causes? What about people?
For people, same holds true.
So maybe you care to dive in after that sack for me?
You win.
Stop. Hear that? They've come for us.
The fool didn't break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks, nothing. Turned out, he was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his...
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in...
Take care of yourself, Klug.
Show me what you got.
There's a draft. Should be an exit. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever on this wall that'll open the secret passage. Well?
Free City of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovit's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin. And winning a war takes three things. Coin, coin, and even more coin. That's why they're exterminating mages, confiscating their property and possessions. And they'll go after non-humans next. The elves occupy slums, but the dwarves practically control financial life in the city.
Official word is that Novigrad will remain neutral. Somehow doubt anyone believes that anymore.
Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I used them?
Come on, 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Or you could.
Wouldn't you rather sweat on me?
I bloody well told him not to stick his arse where he don't belong.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Is that a problem?
By the eternal fire, no. I'm surprised, that's all. Together, I expect you resolve things twice as fast. You've the look of true experts. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Triss, you and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I. I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine. A full purse of Novigrad crowns as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related.
Oh!
I'll cover half the space. You take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents?
Gerald, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal council meeting, but they killed my king. Look for crevices and droppings.
Once we place this incense, what then?
I'll cast a spell and the rats will leave.
Can't do that without sprinkling incense? Don't really feel up to looking for rat shit.
Stop whining.
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no. Notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
A master monster slayer in the world's largest city, looking for rat shit. Jeez. Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk. Well, now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
Reconciled?
I was worried about seeing you again. Doubted it could be pleasant.
We said everything there was to say 6 months ago. I don't want to go back to that.
I'm not going back to it. It's one thing to say something, it's another to actually do it.
We promised to remain friends. I hope nothing will change that. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
Not bad. Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you. Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late. You paid up front and got what you paid for. Not half a rodent left in the granary.
I paid in advance because I knew I'd recover my coin.
Such is life for sorceresses in Novigrad these days.
I can see that, and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
Time to end this.
Hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me, and trapped like a child. If not for you, we need to find Brandon.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
You should try to keep better company.
He was still better than some mages. You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri. And I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, De Jonquier, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
It was nice to see you again.
You too, Geralt. You should go now, before Corrine goes back into hiding somewhere.
What if I want to find you?
I live in the Bits, near the fish market. Stop by. It'll be nice.
All right. See you later.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
Why is it?